he's a genius in the world. He must have more and descendant to help human being. That's his thought.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. My name is Kevin Rosenquist. Along with me are Jason Ho and Moe Fukada. Excited to have you guys back. Hope you're both doing well. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to pivot to another topic here. Basically, Elon Musk versus Peter Navaro. Recently in the news, Navaro slammed Musk, calling him a car assembler who depends on imported parts. Musk responded saying Navaro is a moron and dumber than a sack of bricks. And obviously, this tension reflects some deeper issues about manufacturing, global supply chains, nationalism, tariffs. There's a lot to unpack here. I guess, well, let's start with this. You know, Moe, if Tesla is so reliant on foreign parts, can he call it an American company, or is Musk trying to spin this and make it look better?
What Navaro saying to Elon is very interesting, and I just realized Navaro really understand what does Tesla do. So Tesla is importing many parts from foreign countries, like their batteries coming from China or Japan, and other parts like electronics parts, semiconductors. Those are coming from Taiwan or Vietnam or like East Asia. So they are just the assembly factory located in America. So never really laugh about it. So, and Elon furious about it because what Navaro is saying, the point, hit the point. So, and
Go ahead.
But so what Elon said to Navaro is that's too much. But just raising tariff is not a good idea. That's a part of trade. Just impose tariff is not very effective because people, billionaires, global companies, they can find a way to bypass it. So it may affect a little bit, but it doesn't. It cannot beat China. It cannot cannot erase trade deficit for America. So it's difficult to say, and it's interesting fighting for us.
Jason, obviously, Elon was not happy about that. He's also, there was talk about possibly him stepping down from his role in the administration. There's talk that he has never really been wanting the tariffs, which of course makes sense given what he does. But do you think there was any part of Navaro that took this approach because Musk won't fall in line politically?
I think this is an interesting show between politicians and billionaires. And Elon Musk, as a billionaire, one side, they control economy, controls our daily lives. And politicians, on the other side, they hold government power, regulate how we live our lives. And those two influential people, they are from different roots, but in the end, they are dominating how we live our life, not now, but also in the future. So there are conflicts just because their foundation, their roots are different, but doesn't mean, and they are much different to each other. So Elon Musk may co-name on Navaro. Navaro may have opinions on Elon Musk, but we have to remember in the end, both sides, and they are the people on top. That's the people we call elite. And maybe Navaro have been suffered quite a lot, and in the past 4 years after the Trump administration, because there's so many legal issues putting in jail, and maybe it been suffered. But in the end, they still politicians, and they still hold a strong influence to our lives. And Elon Musk still as a billionaires. So if we look at the reality or look at the foundation for their argument, I think both sides try to avoid the core issues. The core issues is US is a tax nation. We pay a lot of tax, and very heavy income tax, property tax, sales tax, and profit tax, and there's so many taxes, and we have to pay. And the US government, when it receives our tax money, they will turn everything into a huge debt. They borrow money and they just print the money from the Federal Reserve, and the US becoming the country holding the largest and government debt in the world. It's a huge number. But who's bearing those debt? And the people around the world, not only the American people, but the people around the world, because US dollar is still the most powerful currency, has a strong influence to worldwide economy. Borrow so much money, who gets benefit? Definitely billionaires and those and the global corporations and those the financial tycoon in Wall Street. China understand that, so China took the advantage and to share profits with those billionaires and the big financial companies, global companies work together. And on one side, it looks like China just as a trade partner to the US. But if we look deeper, and China has strong influence, and for those money, US government and the receipts debt paying out, China has very strong influence on those money. So if you look at those two arguments between the Elon Musk and the Navaro, and this look interesting, but we have to know, and nothing to do with our real lives. But from our position, we have to be careful. Both Navaro and Elon Musk, they don't want to look at the real issues and how the world economy goes and how the money is moving from our tax dollars to the US government, to US government debt, to the billionaires, to global corporations, and the financial tycoons. That's the real issue to our society.
Moe, what do you think motivates Elon Musk? Does he care about being in politics? Does he want power? Does he just want money? Like he seems like he wants to be everywhere. What do you think motivates him?
I'm not sure what motivates him, but he loves power. It seems he loves power. He has enough money. He's rich. He's very, very rich person, and richer than anyone else in this show.
Not only this is show.
So I don't think he really want money. He has money. What he wants next is power. He already control his companies. He want to control the country. I think that's his desire. It's coming from his desire. I don't know why he wants to get involved in politics so much. I'm not sure what's changed him so much. One reason I can guess is his son becoming a transgender.
Yep.
And he ended his sex to male, female.
And I think Musk said he's dead to me. Like he doesn't even want anything to do with them anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to his father, Elon Musk, and his son becoming a guy. His son becoming a daughter, but he wants to stop talking to his father. He changed his surname also. So, Elon Musk says liberal or left-wing people changed his son's idea in a very, very expensive school. So that's why he wants to change policy. that motivates him.
That's interesting. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
Yeah.
point.
Yes, but look at the Elon Musk. What does he do right now? Is doing too much based on American politics. So in that way, he is motivated by something his family rather. But what does he do? Is he has a strong desire to control the country, and he wants to influence the world.
Jason, obviously he's, benefited enormously from U.S. subsidies. Like, why do you think he wants to complain about trade policy? I mean, he's benefiting from this, isn't he?
This is an interesting position of him. And as I said, billionaires, they are not humans. And they don't think like us. They don't work like us. They don't live like us. And how they become so successful, we will never know. And only they know. And there are so many and wonderful books, stories, and appraise them as just like a gods. And always I say billionaires, so working guys, among our societies. And that's reality of billionaires. And Trump is also a billionaire. So Trump appraised Elon Musk so much. And I don't remember the exact word, but I think he mentioned he's the genius of the universe and the smartest person he ever met. And I never say Elon Musk would answer, no, I'm not the person. There are many people with talent in this world, in this universe. I never heard he have very clear answer to that. Maybe he said so, but I never heard any report or found his acts talk about that. And so fundamentally, ego drives him very much because he enjoyed too much success. He has the success of Tesla and the company most expensive automobile companies. Even Tesla production is much less than any other companies and the top 10 companies and in the stock market. And still, he enjoyed good success from Tesla. Also, he has good success from the SpaceX and have a good success from Starlink. Even there are so many technology issues and people doesn't want to talk about it, want to ignore, and still, and the ego drives him. So that ego makes him think he has to do something right. Human is a complicated thing. And like Elon Musk think he must have many wives, must have many children because he has very good gene. He's a genius in the world. He must have more and descendant to help human being. That's his thought. I think based on that ego, definitely would think it's good for him to make a good exam on the U.S. government, how to spend the money, how to use those tax dollars, and maybe he can find a way to fix those issues. I think fundamentally, it's not about justice. It's not about the UN. It's not about the ordinary people. I think fundamentally just ego driving him strongly to moving forward.
Do you feel the same way, Malik? You think it's really about his ego?
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way, right? I mean, the way he's everywhere now, I mean, carrying chainsaws around stages and doing all sorts of weird stuff that we're all like, what on earth is this man doing? But he's everywhere. You can't like open up an art. You look at a news website without seeing something about Elon Musk. So he's doing something right, I suppose, if that's what he wants.
Yes, it's a good and bad. It's a good and bad because without Elon Musk, we cannot see the colorful world of billionaires, because usually billionaires, they try to live quietly. They always say good words about each other. Elon Musk is a wild card, and he doesn't care about the feelings of other billionaires. It's very straightforward, and so it's interesting. And sometimes we need a drama like this. Otherwise, all that's boring. So I don't mind Elon Musk keep attacking others and make us have something to talk about. Makes our life fun.
All right. Well, thank you, Elon, for giving us crazy stuff to talk about. I guess that helps for podcasters like us. All right, we're going to stop there for today. We're going to keep talking about this in our next episode. Jason, Moe, thanks so much for being here. Looking forward to continuing the conversation.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.